Okay, good. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Recently I was watching YouTube. I really don't watch a lot of stuff, but I was watching YouTube and I came across this challenge where it said addressing assumptions that people may have of me. And the particular YouTuber I saw do this challenge, she had posted on her Instagram saying, like basically people like she posted something that said share your assumptions about me and then I would address them. So I thought, okay, this is kind of cool. This is one of those YouTube challenges that I decided to copy. So what I did, I had an anonymous option as well as a regular option for people who didn't mind me seeing that they were the one who had submitted the assumption. So funny enough, people don't know what an assumption is. So an assumption is something that is not necessarily true, and it can be true, can be false, but is like something that you believe to be true. So there may not be any objective evidence as to why you may have arrived at this thought, but it's just what people think of you. You know, people might say don't judge a book by its cover, but when you look at someone, or especially the image that they may portray publicly, you're thinking something. You can't tell me that you look at someone and it's a completely empty book. So what I ask is for people to submit their assumptions of me. They submitted it on Instagram, but I'm using my phone to record this, so I had to basically screenshot everything and I'm now viewing them from my laptop. So yeah, what do people assume about me, humble individual, eh? All right, so in no particular order. All right, so one of the wait, is this the same thing? Oh, never mind. So one of them is that oh, these ones came first. So one of them is that I cook great food. No, I know who submitted this and I know why he says this. So I'm a humble home cook. I don't proclaim to be a chef or anything fancy, but yes, I do have a decent number of dishes that I make and make well. So yeah, I would say I make good food. uh, Anyways, next one is that you're very serious about being on time and people being on time because you don't want your time wasted. Yeah, I wish I could say that this was fully true. So here's the thing, I hate having my time wasted. I do not do lines, I don't do crowds. I will see a line and leave and come back and come back again and come back again until there's no line, right? Absolutely hate joining lines and I hate waiting. But at the same time, I'm not really an on-time person. If I am the one doing a pickup, like let's just say I'm going out with a group of friends and I'm the one picking them up and I tell them 10, I may probably come at 10:15, and that's sometimes because I underestimate the amount of time it will take me to get ready. So I think that I can get up at, if we're leaving at 10, or if we're meeting at 10, I think I can get ready at 9:30 and be out the door by 9:45. And no matter how often this happens, I never learn. Some of it also has to do with the fact that I have been on time lots of times and had my time wasted by an hour. So it's like over time I've learned that I can relax the perfectionism and there's no need to arrive on time because nobody else not gonna be on time. So yeah, I'm no longer an on-time person. At one point in my life I kind of was, but yeah, I don't like having my time wasted though. All right, you're a neat freak. I'm not. I like a clean space and I will put out effort to keep my space clean, but to say neat freak like a perfectionist or like OCD, I'm really not. Big on planning and organization, yes and no. So there are some important things or important goals or anything which is major that I'm going to want to be well planned and to be organized. So for instance, if I have a flight to catch, I spend hundreds of dollars on this flight, so obviously I'm not going to be careless about something that costs me money. But otherwise, like if it comes to just a regular casual day trip, I'm more of a spontaneous go with the flow. So it all depends on the situation. I would say more often than not, I'm not really big on planning and organization. However, however, no, this is a very long answer, but when it comes to things like maybe planning blog posts, then sure, I'm very organized. Like for instance, I'm filming this now in September. Like we will be uploading it in September too, but I have my blog post actually scheduled all the way in advance to November. So in some sense I organize, like time management and stuff, yes, but globally speaking, in terms of my life, I wouldn't say I'm always huge on planning and organization, but I do keep some aspects of my life very well planned. You're a hustler. Little Miss always calculating money. Wow. Oh, boy. All right. So, Jamaica. For those of you who are Jamaican or live in Jamaica, you know how things rough, right? And I think things are probably rough in every part of the world. So I'm not gonna make this seem like it's a Jamaica problem, but you really can't survive on one paycheck in Jamaica. Even as a doctor, you can't. And that's why a lot of doctors I know are doing side jobs or side hustles or actively seeking side hustles, whether it is selling, let's see, selling just about anything. Yeah, you really can't survive with one job because, first of all, as a doctor, a lot of the times the pay is done incorrectly by accounts. Like, I can't begin to tell you the amount of time I've done work and then not been paid for it till months late, right? So, if you were banking on a set figure or you let your expenses match the income that you think you're going to take home that month and you don't take it home for another couple months retroactive, then you're salt, right? Or you're bad lucky. So I try to have other sources of income, so like my writing, my books, etc., just so that way I can always have some degree of steady cash flow. And that has to do with the fact that I'm the breadwinner for my family. I knew from I was in university that as soon as I finished my degree, I would now become the breadwinner. And my mother worked very hard to put me where I am now in life, and I can't afford to disappoint her. So it pushes me to try and earn more. And it's not really like I'm a hustler. Like, I wouldn't say money is my biggest motivation in life, but I just want to have enough to see my needs and my immediate family's needs provided for. And if that makes me a hustler, then I guess I don't know. I wouldn't really look at myself as a hustler. I am someone who just wants enough money to can live comfortably, and I don't think I have achieved that as yet. Okay, so that you have a whole lot of money because travel expensive. No. So travel does not have to be expensive. There's so many free gems around us, and if you visit my blog or if you read my blog regularly, subscribe, by the way, the link is in bio. Subscribe. But subscribe by email. But no. So let me tell you some free spots I went to since, well, within the past year or so. Bullhead Mountain Peak in Clarendon, free. You may pay someone to act as your guide, but it's still free to enter, and you can negotiate a figure that you're willing to pay. Penfield River and Waterfall in Gordontown, free. Free waterfall. Marmy River. I went to a free river in Maryland. Maryland is rural St. Andrew. Hollywell isn't free, but it's $400 to enter. And funny enough, that $400 was a 300% increase in admission fee. I kid you not, it used to cost $100 to go in. But when you see how beautiful and well maintained the park is, you cannot fight. You cannot fight a 300% increase. If you mean international travel can be expensive, but try and travel off season. You may have to give up a few things, like give up if you usually drink, you know, those, I don't want to name any companies, but any of those overpriced coffee drinks. Skip that. I rarely buy coffee. If you have to skip eating out, fast food, just make your own food. I rarely eat out. I rarely buy food outside of home. I can cook, or you know, there's always cooked food at home that I come home to eat. You don't have to waste money on things. and in the money that you save you can put into international travel if that's a priority for you, and travel off season. Stay at 3-star hotels, boutique hotels, Airbnbs, hostels. Take the free or inexpensive tours. There's so many ways to save. You just have to know what's important for you. So travel does not have to be expensive. All right, next, always assume that you travel solo all the time until I realized, sorry, part of that got cut off. But no, I actually rarely travel solo. I'll be honest. I enjoy having company. And as a female, while it is possible to travel solo in Jamaica, I don't always, it's not even that I don't always feel safe, but sometimes when you're alone as a woman, it invites attention. And men, Jamaican men are just very annoying. So you'll be minding your business, even at a restaurant, and somebody will just think that means you're lonely. And for that reason, I rather just travel with the company of someone else. That way, if it's another female, you have someone to share the catcalling attention with. And if it's a male, nobody not gonna catcall me in the first place. So no, I don't travel solo. I have before, but only to commercialized spots or like a museum or something. But off the beaten path, I wouldn't even recommend going solo to an off the beaten path spot. You are a low-key introvert. I don't think it's low-key. I actually think it's pretty high-key. I want to share the parts of my life that I want people to see, and anything which is really dear to me, or you know, anything which I don't want you to know, you're probably not gonna know. And I like time by myself to just regroup, and to, like, after interacting with a lot of persons or interacting in a crowd or in a group or at work, I need my own time so that I can feel at peace. So I think because of how much I enjoy my own company and being alone, yeah, I am an introvert, and it's probably not low key at all. You're an amazing doctor. Aw. Now this is someone who has never even seen me at work, but it's cool that you think that. I think so. I've gotten lots of positive feedback. I've gotten cards from patients. I used to get grown provisions when I was in country, and fruits, and lots of, you know, people found lots of ways to show their appreciation of the care I gave them. So I would say that, yeah, probably a pretty good doctor. Thank you. All right. Okay. Next is, all you do is work and travel to waterfalls. The person who submitted this, well, yeah, all I do is work and go to waterfalls. All I do is work. Anyway, next assumption is that you make a lot of money. I wish. Some money at all. Ah boy. Someone else says that I'm a really nice person. Thank you. I think so. But I mean, of course, I'm gonna be biased. I don't think even the wickedest person on earth ever gets up and thinks that you're not a nice person. So yeah. Yeah, I think so. But I think that's a good assumption. Anyway, next one is that I'm hilarious in real life. Boy, I don't know. I can be. I tend to be hilarious without trying to be. I have a very dry and practical sense of humor, so I'll be completely straight faced and people may laugh. Yeah. And then whenever I'm trying to be funny, I can't keep a straight face throughout the joke, so people may laugh at me laughing. So that's probably how I ended up being hilarious. I don't know. If you know me in real life and you're watching this, comment on if you think I'm hilarious. I don't know. Never had to think about it. Alright, so there are some others from the anonymous app that I had to write out because I'm using my phone to record this. So I got 4 assumptions there and a million questions, which I'm not answering questions today. But a few of the questions I remember getting was, 1, what is my shoe size? I wear a size 8. What else? I think I saw one about how tall am I. I'm 5'5" and a half. But let's get to the assumptions. No question. I don't know why people don't know difference between a question and an assumption. But anyway, so 1, you don't want any children. I actually do want children. I used to say I want 2 children, but As I grow older and I see the price of diapers in the supermarket and the price of formula, I think I may do one. A secretive person. I don't know if I would say I'm secretive, but I'm definitely a private person. You won't find me sharing the inner details of my life on social media. My social media account is mainly just me sharing travel, right? Travel that I maybe only do internationally every million of years, and the travel to a nature spot, like somewhere in the natural environment that I may do once per month. That's what I share. I don't share my friends, my family, my partner, um, the frustrations of my job, um, my ups and downs, my losses. I mean, share a few of my wins if they're related to travel and blogging, just for self promotion. But like my wins and losses, no. Mental health struggles, no, I really don't share. And I don't think it makes me secretive, I think it makes me private. And people should really be more private. A lot of persons out there are really not your friends. They may follow you, but they're not your friends, and there's no need for them to know your every move and your every step. So I'll make my moves, and then I'll announce them whenever I feel ready to, but I'm not going to be sharing my business out there. I think people should be minding their own business more. Okay, you've been to greater than 25 countries. No, I wish though. One day it will happen. But right now I've only been to 4 countries. I've been to the USA. I've been to where did I go next? I went to Curacao. I went to Trinidad and I went to Peru. And that's it. But I'm hoping within next year or the year after to be able to make a proper trip where I could visit like several countries over like a period of a few weeks and increase my country count. That's the plan. All right, and last but not least, I assumed you were much older and traveled to which are lots of way more countries. Wow, now I'm wondering how old this person thought I was. But I turned 27 this month. Yes, I'm a Virgo. Turned 27 this month. So I'm not that old. Feels old because I'm almost 30, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that old. And again, as I said, I've only traveled to 4 countries, so I have a lot left to go. Yeah, that's about it. I hope my assumptions video didn't bore you. I feel like my life isn't that exciting, or I don't portray a very exciting enough life to invite the kind of controversial assumptions. So these were all, fair assumptions, and they were fun for me to address, but I don't know if they're necessarily fun for you to sit and watch. But let me know, comment down below what you thought of my assumption video, and you can comment more assumptions in fact in this thread, and I will respond to those assumptions honestly and openly. Maybe I'll do a question and answer one, like a Q&A another time, but this one is just to see what do people really think of me. Again, you always form an opinion of what you think a person is, and yeah, this was fun for me to address some of those assumptions. Sure, you guys may have more colorful assumptions than you were willing to share, but hey. Thanks for watching, and please follow my blog, follow Adventures from Elle on Instagram if you're on Instagram, or follow Adventures from Elle on Facebook, and do subscribe adventuresfromelle.com. That way you'll get weekly notifications of new posts, and I try to share interesting travel and lifestyle content once a week every Friday, so subscribe, that way you don't miss out. Thanks for watching. Bye.